Hello again, art fans. Steve here from NVIDIA. Or is it? Can we really trust our senses to know what's real or what isn't? Let's put it to the test with some incredible artists who are all about keeping it real. Join me on a little adventure that we like to call real or rendered. When it comes to the beauty of nature, you can't really fake the colors and shadows and lighting and make it believable, right? Now what if I told you that one of these images is rendered? Go ahead, try to pick which one. Okay, how did you do? For MASSIMO VERONA, realism is all about studying the little details, the shades of light and depth. Looking at Massimo's work here, if you're thinking Bob Ross on steroids, you're not too far off, as Ross was one of Massimo's first influences. For Massimo, it's all about taking cues from nature itself, and it doesn't get any more real than that. Speaking of more real, which image here is real or rendered? For the artist Kirill, 3D rendering is in his blood. He learned early on how it can deliver amazing realism from his father, who used it to demo his furniture creation and finishing to clients. Then he took it to the city, capturing the continuous motion, hustle, and energy in stunningly realistic scenes that bring it all to life. In this piece, he started with a photo that grabbed his attention. Then he experimented with the composition, lighting, and colors using 3D Max, Corona Renderer, and Photoshop to transform the mood of the scene. Ask Kirill what drives his vision, and he'll tell you it's atmosphere. And especially in his words, quote, a gloomy atmosphere that makes you dive in with your head and completely feel it from the inside, unquote. And looking at this image, we're definitely feeling it. RAPHAEL usually doesn't have to look very far to find inspiration for his next project. It's right there in the form of a Game Boy from his childhood, or the keyboard on his desk with all the interesting shapes and shadows. It's an interest born from an experience, a connection to the past, like when he visited a library as a student and was blown away by a book about realism in old oil still life paintings. I mean, just look at the detail here. Every screw, every piece of plastic, and every texture. It feels like you could just reach out and start putting this back together and start playing. His workflow, 3D modeling, texturing, shading, lighting, rendering, and post-work all serve to reach that sense of realism, depth, and detail that inspired him as a child, and still does today. Okay, want to play a game? Which image is real and which is rendered? Tough call, right? Now ask MAREK DENKO about his fascination with realism, and he'll tell you that it's all about making sense of a scene rather than hiding behind abstraction. It's a commitment you can see in every reflection, the randomness of the chess pieces, and even the dents and scuffs in the wood and felt. I mean, look, he spent time putting lint on the felt. That sold it for me. It's the imperfections that make the effect perfect. It's a serious commitment of time, from a typical project that usually takes a couple of months to this project here, which is called Rooftops, Rockets, and Adventures Beyond. This took him 2 years to create. I mean, look at all this detail. MAREK's inspirations may be random, but his process is consistent. Look at a scene and recreate it using 3D Max and Redshift, powered by an NVIDIA Titan RTX card. Okay, art fans, I want to thank you for getting real with me and taking on the Real or Rendered challenge. If you want us to feature your artwork and your vision, go ahead and share it at #StudioShare and follow us at NVIDIA Creators to see what else we have in store for you.